All right, thank you for joining us. If you're just tuned in now, we are starting our stream of the middle school boys Tier 1 team versus the Bliss Carmen Eagles. Sorry, it's a very pared down stream tonight as flying solo up here in the booth with some old tech, so we'll work our way through, but you haven't missed too much. Boys are ahead 6-3 with 6:25 left to play in the first quarter. I know Ryan McElwain got a couple points. I think Finn Vautour with one as well. But either way, boys ahead 6-4 now. Sorry we don't have our scoreboard up for you. As I said, it is a very pared down stream here. That shot up and does not fall in. It's the ball stolen by Hudson Mason, but taken away by Bliss Carmen again. There's number 3 with that, who I believe is... if I try to zoom into the picture I've got here, looks like Callum McCurran. We'll try to get those Bliss Carmen names for you perhaps later on, as it's a little busy right now. Sorry. Here's Finn Vautour. Vautour circling around. Looks across, there's no one there. Bliss Carmen takes over, they trail by 2. Nice steal by Nolan Smith. Looking for Jake, but that's batted away by former Laker, Landon Lacking. Wondered why he was wearing the wrong colors. Here's McElwain, still up by 2. Finds Nolan Smith. Smith fakes, looking around. Back to McElwain. McElwain makes a move, tries to get inside. Comes to just outside the box, but that shot is up and no good. As here comes Bliss Carmen looking to tie things up. 5:15 left to play. 3-point shot attempt falls just out. Lacking has it. Over to 13 for Bliss Carmen. The wraparound shot underneath is no good, and Nolan Smith has that rebound. Smith back to McElwain. McElwain brings the ball over, finds Finn Vautour. Swung out to Hudson Mason. Back to McElwain. McElwain drives in. Gets the shot off. That's no good, but Jake Riley on the rebound. Back outside to McElwain. Swung out to Nolan Smith. To McElwain. McElwain for 3. That's a little wide. Jake Riley saves that, keeps it alive. Here's Finn Vautour going for 3 again. That falls just over and is taken away by Bliss Carmen. Number 7. Trying to push in for some space. Guarded well by Mason, but gets it away to Lacking. Lacking from underneath draws the foul. So with 6-4, we'll take some time. I'll quickly write down some players here. Lakers with a very short bench tonight. Only 7 players. Jack Gillespie and Wyatt Smith are going to tag in. Missing some regulars, including... I don't see Ethan Moorcraft out there, and I don't see Michael Robichaud. Lacking's first foul shot goes wide. Second shot wide as well. Eagles retain it, though. There's Alex Shute, and he draws a foul. So that's 3 now for the Lakers in this first quarter. If you're just joining us, score is 6-4 in favor of the Lakers, but the Bliss Carmen Eagles looking to tie things up now. Shute goes to the line. First shot is good, pulls his team to within 1. Jake Riley has that under the net as the Lakers recover. So, Lakers up by 1. Riley looks to pad the lead, but can't quite get that. Here's McMurrin for the Eagles over the line now. McMurrin finds Shute. Shute down to number 13. Don't have his name written down yet. Here's Landon Lackin. Finn Vautour getting into it with him. Nice work by Vautour. That's the probably one of the smallest guys on the court, going toe-to-toe with one of the biggest guys on the court. But Finn holding his own there well. Here's McElwain. Over the line again. Guarded well by Ryan Nicholson from off the bench. Wyatt Smith over to Finn Vautour. That's no good. Vautour helped up by Blake Bell of the Eagles. Nice sportsmanship there. McElwain to Jake Riley. Riley with 3, and that's good. Referee Ben Bradford on the call. So Lakers up by 4, 9-5 is the score. 3-point response by Blake Bell. Nicely done by the Eagles. Quick response there. It's exactly what you want. Keep this game close. 9-8, Lakers lead. It's tight. Here's McElwain looking to add to it. That's no good. And rebound goggled up by Nate Hallahan. Here's Ryan Nicholson coming over the line. He was stopped. Not sure what the call was. Blake Bell circling around. Finds, looks like Owen Banks. And Finn Vautour quick to get that rolling ball. Vautour, no respite in sight. He was boxed in by 3 green jerseys. Found McElwain outside for a long-range shot, but that's no good. Nice spin move there by Ryan Nicholson to drive in. Gets it to Blake Bell. Bell doesn't like what he sees, and Jake Riley gets hands in on that to create another jump ball. Good back-and-forth game early if you're just joining us. Sorry, the tech, all the bells and whistles aren't quite up to what you may be used to here for the stream team. We don't have our scoreboard here tonight. It's just me flying solo up here, but we'll do our best to keep you appraised. Score is 9-8 in favor of the Lakers. A little over 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter as they face off against the visiting Bliss Carmen Eagles. Ryan Nicholson slowing things down over the line. Nice steal by Ryan McElwain. Meets him at the line, an easy 2 points. Well done. Nicholson looking to respond, bounces in. Ewan O'Connor with a close range shot. That's no good. Jack Gillespie has the rebound. Dangerous pass almost picked off, but McElwain recovers. Here's McElwain over the line. Retains it, now finds Finn Vautour up at the top of the circle. Jake Riley motioning inside the box to get open. Nice work. Back out to Vautour for the 3-point chance. That's no good. Riley diving to keep that ball in play off the toe, and the Eagles have it. Here's Nicholson zigzagging across the court. Gets it over to Owen Banks. Blake Bell now driving in. Bell with a close range shot, and that's good for 2. Bell with 5 points on the night so far. So 11-10 is your score. 1:07 left in the first quarter. McElwain to Vautour. Back outside to McElwain. McElwain going for 3, and it's good. That's in clean. His second successful 3-point shot of the night. I think McElwain up to 10 points at least in this first quarter. Great game. 14-11 is your score. Blake Bell drives around the outside. Nice patience to draw the defender out of position, but doesn't get a shot off. Jake Riley has the rebound. Gets it to Ryan McElwain, who brings it over the line to start the Lakers' attack. McElwain spinning to gain some position. There's 2 more. McElwain on fire in this first quarter. Glad we could bring you most of it. There's another steal. He's had a couple of those. Can he put another 2 on the board? No, but he does draw a foul. As I believe that was Owen Banks streaking back. No, sorry. Looks like Ryan Nicholson is the offending party. 3 fouls apiece here per team in the early going. As we come to the final seconds of this first quarter. 16-10 is the score. Lakers have pulled ahead lately. McElwain going to try to add one more before the Lakers defend the Eagles' final push. One more from the line for McElwain. Ball is up. That's no good. Good tip away by Nate Hallahan to maintain possession for the Eagles. Lakers want a strong defense here. No shot. There's a long-range attempt. That's into the hands of Jake Riley on the rebound, so Lakers hold on. 16-10 is your score here at the end of one. As the middle school boys, the Tier 1 team, has so far fended off the attack from the Bliss Carmen Eagles. Thanks to everyone who's helping out behind the scenes making this game possible. We did mention Ben Bradford, one of our referees this evening, a senior boy. And behind the scenes from the minor officiating table, we have Delaney McElwain running the scoreboard, Violet McDonald on the shot clock, the 30-second shot clock. And I think that's Rachel Burgoyne down on the score sheet. It's a little hard to tell from up here sometimes. But thank you to all minor officials for volunteering, those tonight and just across the season, because it really is those minor officials who help make these games happen. Coaches Mike Fletcher and Ethan Davidson consulting with the boys. As we mentioned, the boys a little short-handed tonight. Only 7 players dressed. They've got number 1, Hudson Mason, number 3, Nolan Smith, number 4, Ryan McElwain, number 6, Wyatt Smith, number 7, Finn Vautour, number 8, Jack Gillespie, and number 10, Jake Riley. So Ethan Moorcraft, Michael Robichaud, and Griffin Hanna all out today for various reasons. Bliss Carmen bringing a much bigger squad. Looks to be 11 or 12 of them on the bench. Let's see, we got 5 coming out and 6 sitting back down. So yeah, we'll call that 11. Which include former Laker, number 16, Landon Lacking. So we'll see what he remembers from his time with this team. Already seen some friendly banter between the two sides, which you always like to see. Lakers come on, and to start the second quarter, it will be Nolan Smith putting the ball into Ryan McElwain. McElwain had a lot of points in that first quarter. Ooh, pass picked off. Nice work by Ryan Nicholson getting hands in there. Callum McMurrin has stolen that ball. Here's McMurrin. Long two-point shot attempt. That bounces out, but the Eagles have the rebound. Nicholson controlling. Back out to McMurrin, way at the top of the circle. Looks to drive in. McElwain stays with him, but he passes out to Alex Shute. Shute stuck. Gets it outside the circle again to McMurrin. Ooh, Nolan Smith almost picking off that pass for Nicholson, but Nicholson gets the shot off. There's 2 more. So the Eagles strike first in this second quarter. 16-12 is the score. McElwain looks inside for Jake Riley. Riley, he definitely fouled there. As we'll see who that foul is on. Referee Ben Bradford, the eagle-eyed, making that eagle-eyed call. It's Alex Shute, looks to be his first of the evening. Sends Jake Riley to the line. Riley's first shot bounces out. Now, I'm 95% sure Riley scored earlier. Not on a foul shot, but early in the quarter when we were still getting the stream up. But no points there. Landon Lacking gets it over the hands of the defenders. Fast break in for Colin McMurrin, but Lakers steal that. Not sure who stood it up, but it's McElwain coming away with it. McElwain looking for a chance of his own. No good. Riley almost had the rebound, but after a melee, it is the Eagles coming away with it. Here's Nicholson. Nicholson gets inside. There's 2 more. The lone scorer of this second quarter adds to his totals. Draws the Eagles to within 2. 16-14 is your score. 6.5 minutes left to play. Here's Nolan Smith. Smith looks to drive in. Ball taken away. Stood up by a few opposing players. As we've got Ryan Nicholson bringing it up. Nicholson no good. Landon Lacking on the rebound. And we have a jump ball. So we're joined in studio by a couple more. We'll see what we can do to help get a few more hands on this stream. All right, here's McElwain coming back. Over the line, Jake Riley has it, but guilty of a travel. So 16-14 is the score. And we do have two more here in the booth with us. I don't want to plug anything in just yet, so we might wait till a timeout or halftime to try to get the other headset plugged in. But big thanks to Joe Gregory working the camera, and Charlie Gregory's going to set things up on a scoreboard for you, so you don't have to wait for my updates. Right now, though, it is the Lakers ahead by 2, 16-14, although they came into the quarter with a 16-10 lead, so haven't scored yet. Finn Vautour goes down, but maintains possession. Rolling around, and I think that is a travel. Confirmed up here by the experts now. Joe Gregory. Now we have someone who actually knows the sport up here. We can give you a bit more accurate analysis, which is always nice. Here's Callum McMurrin over to Nicholson. Nicholson at the top of the circle to Gavin McIntyre. Back outside to McMurrin. McMurrin looking to go around. Landon Lacking sets the pick on Finn Vautour. McMurrin got a shot off, but that's no good. Finn down again, and the ball picked off by McIntyre. 2-0. Lacking on the rebound, that's no good. Trying again, can't get enough air, and just doesn't stay in bounds. As Lakers lucky to still have their 2-point lead. Ball intended for Finn Vautour on the put-in. That's knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. Lakers will try again. Finn Vautour gets it this time. Back to Jake Riley, and I think we've got a foul here as Eagles pretty aggressive on the defense. That'll be their second of the quarter, and Ryan Nicholson's second of the game. So Riley's going to put in again, this time from the side. Looks like a full court press from the Eagles. And not sure what the call was there. Player went down, but Jake Riley yet again will put it in, looking for the long pass. That's picked off by Ryan Nicholson. So good defense forcing the pass there. Here's Nafi Chaudhry with the ball. Gets it to Nicholson. Nicholson driving in. That's good for 2. So Nicholson single-handedly getting his team back into this. We're all tied up at 16 with 4:50 left to play in the second quarter. Oh, pass picked off again. McIntyre streaking in. McIntyre on the fast break. There's 2. And I think with that 8-point run, we're going to have a timeout called by coaches Fletcher and Davidson as we get ready for the scoreboard. All right, we're back now as we get ready to try to put in the next headset. So forgive me if this takes a little moment. Nice work before we go. 2 more points for the Lakers. As we just look to get things set up here. And a quick response by, I believe that was McMurrin. So still all tied up for 18. right. Check. Nope, that's both of us. All right. Joe, I think you're on.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go. So thanks, Joe, as we also try to get the scoreboard up and going for you. Let's see what the... oh, shoot. What's the number here? Shoot. I'm sorry, Charlie. I lost the number there. Just a comedy of errors up here. Let's see. 7898. As I think... we do have a scoreboard for you. All right, here we go. We'll get all the numbers set up. It is 21 all, so the score is pretty straightforward. 3:34 left to play as the Bliss Carmen coach gets his boys ready for a switch up. And there's Nicholson with another couple points. If the first quarter belonged to McElwain, I think the second quarter belongs to Ryan Nicholson. Battle of the Ryans here. McElwain responding with 3. That's his third successful three-point shot of the night. McElwain with a ton of points, at least 15. I think I missed a couple in the early going. So thanks for joining us, Joe. How much of the game have you caught?
Well, not too much of it, really. Just when we got here, and I think it was Jake Riley shooting free throws at one point when we got here. So.
Gotcha.
I mean, the boys have been doing good as Ryan McElwain gets that steal and takes it all the way. So
there's another 2 for the Lakers, and I got to tell you, he missed a couple of those in the first quarter as well. McElwain, a couple, literally, those steals and the easy layups. He's been sure on those. Finn Vautour, pass almost picked off, but McElwain has it. Looking for Vautour, but Jack Gillespie is the one who gets it. Gillespie looks to drive in, met with a lot of jerseys, and guilty of a travel there. As we get our personnel swap, a lot of new faces coming on for Bliss Carmen. Lakers, unfortunately, do not have that luxury. Only 2 additional players on the bench.
How come so little?
I'm not sure. And I thought I did see Michael Robichaux in school today. I don't teach middle school, so I don't always see them, but I thought I had seen him earlier. But yeah, Ethan Moorcraft, Michael Robichaux, and Griffin Hanna all missing for the boys. It is a small roster, I think, with 2 teams and the other middle school team playing tonight. You're not going to have any overlap between the 2. And that is the danger, splitting between 2 teams. A lot of guys get a lot of court time, sometimes a little too much in situations like this.
Yeah.
There's 2 points scored by Nate Hallahan, so the Bliss Carmen Eagles have pulled within 1. Here's Scheiss for the visitors, trying to pull his team ahead. No good there, so passes out to Alex Shute. Shute with the fake, looks to get around. Hudson Mason stays with him. To Hallahan, outside, but again, stolen away by McElwain. 2-on-1, he has Hudson Mason. Ooh, nice defensive play by Nate Hallahan, batting that away. Tough break as Hudson Mason, younger player in grade 7. Not the tallest guy, so he gave up a bit of height on that shot. Hallahan, much taller, able to use that physicality to his advantage there. Here's McElwain circling around, looks to drive in off the foot, but Jake Riley's there on rebounds. He's been great under the net. Finn Vautour looking for 3. That just bounces shy. Comes to Alex Shute. Shute with the fake. Drives in and scores. So now it's Bliss Carmen up in the final minute of play of the first half. McElwain looks to respond. Over to Gillespie. Gillespie back to McElwain. McElwain driving around. Spins in. Shoots from short range, that's no good. Rebound bounces around, but comes to Blake Bell. And nice defense from Gillespie and McElwain, causing a turnover in the offensive zone. I think the Lakers definitely want to score here. Out to McElwain. McElwain dribbles around, less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gillespie sets a pick to give him some space. Shot's no good. Jake Riley almost had the rebound. But it is Alex Shute who gets away with it. Long-range shot by Scheiss, bounces just out. Ewan O'Connor almost had that, and McElwain's going to put that out of bounds off the defender. So he gets the Lakers a free possession. 21 seconds left to play. Here's McElwain. Long pass out to Gillespie, almost picked off by Scheisse. Oh, and it is. Sorry, check that. Alex Shoot to Hallahan. Back inside to Blake Bell. Bell from under the net. That's no good. Lakers fighting around for it on the ground. We got a jump ball. Ooh. Just 4 seconds left. Bliss Carmen ahead by 1. Here's McElwain. See if he can get a long range from past half court. Ooh. Hit the rim. That's pretty good for a middle school player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little more power on that. He had the accuracy. All right, so there we go. After the half, it is Eagles 27, Lakers 26. As the boys go to the dressing room, they've got a pitch talk from coaches Mike Fletcher and Ethan Davidson. Joe, what'd you think of that first half?
Pretty good. So from what I've seen, the boys have been playing pretty well. Like I've seen Jake Riley getting those boards, being the big man, missing Hannah Griffin and Griffin Hannah, I mean, and also Michael Robichaux, who's a big boy.
Yeah.
And usually gets all those rebounds. But and what I've heard, Ryan McElwain having a very good game tonight.
Very good. Yeah, very strong first quarter. He scored at least 15 points in that half, so possibly even more. Probably even more, as I didn't get the first few down on my score sheet here. So he had a very strong game, or first half at least. And with these short benches, Lakers, they're going to have to look to get contributions elsewhere too. The Eagles have a lot of players on their bench. They can roll out full lineup changes. Lakers don't have that luxury, so as the game goes on, they have less gas in the tank. Hopefully they'll be able to keep up the energy and bump up the secondary scoring.
Oh, for sure. So like myself and others that are probably just tuning in, what did we miss in the first
first quarter, well, it was back and forth to start things off. Lakers started out, they did score first. I don't think it was the first possession. I think they drove to the net, missed, Bliss Carmen missed, and then Lakers scored on their second possession to open up the scoring. But it's been pretty back and forth. The teams at one point traded 3-point shots, with McElwain getting 3, and I believe it was Blake Bell, number 8, responding right away with 3 more of his own. So, been pretty back and forth, I would say. Jake Riley, you mentioned, I think you said under the boards. Is that kind of like right under the net where you get the rebounds? Yep, that's where he's been camped out all night. He's been doing really well, going up against a lot of taller Bliss Carmen players, too. And where Bliss Carmen is doing well, I think you can see they're using their height to their advantage. They've been able to jump a few passing routes, steal some balls, tip some balls away as well, stop some scoring chances. So the boys with their height on that Bliss Carmen squad are making full use of that. Yeah, but the Lakers staying right with it, right? They attack well. They seem to be moving the ball well on offense, I'd say. But it really is mostly McElwain putting the ball in so far.
Oh, yeah. And hopefully guys start to warm up and kind of follow him as the game goes on. And I mean, it's still a close game.
It's very close.
27-26.
27-26, and it was 16-10 going into the second quarter. So Lakers were up by 6 and come out down by 1. So not the second quarter they were hoping for, but hopefully they'll be able to come out here in the second half, having gotten a bit of a breather. Should benefit the Lakers more with not many subs tonight.
Oh,
I'm sure that 10 minutes they're using every moment of it.
We can blame it on the subs. Not the subs, the fatigue. I mean.
Well, I mean, it does play a role. You can't deny it. And while we have a moment, we should thank our minor officials. It has been, I believe, Rachel Burgoyne writing things down on the score sheet. Violet McDonald on the 30-second shot clock, and Delaney McElwain keeping track of the scoreboard here in the gym. For us, big thank you to Charlie Gregory, who's been working our scoreboard. Much nicer to have it and not have to rely on intermittent updates as you were in the beginning. So big thanks to Charlie bringing that quality back to the stream, the quality you've come to expect. I think our viewers might be a bit spoiled with all the all the commentary and scoreboard. Yep. That's okay. We're happy to accommodate here. So, Joe, your squad, the Tier 2 boys, have a game coming up after this against McAdam. Big rivalry matchup. What are you going to be telling your boys when you go down and get them ready for that game that starts at 6?
Well, I don't think they really realize how big of a matchup it is against McAdam. Usually the younger kids growing up, there's still kind of that rivalry, but I mean, I don't like McAdam. I don't say it like that.
Yep.
It's friendly, love, and banter, but a friend of mine, Boyd Lavier, he also coaches the McAdam boys. So kind of
rivalry on the bench as well as on the court.
Whoever wins this matchup tonight, there'll probably be bragging rights at men's tonight. But tonight, I think I'm going to tell my boys, just play smart, do what we've practiced. We've been practicing hard on our defensive stuff that we need to pick up. And hopefully tonight we get to see a lot more of better play than what happened the first game they were here.
Yeah. Well, the thing you got to keep in mind for most of your boys, that was their first basketball game at a competitive level. So it'll be nice to see after a couple games under the belt. Have they played any away games since our last home broadcast?
They
might have played another home game that we missed, eh?
Yeah, the weekend of that, they beat Florenceville and Woodstock.
Oh, nice.
And then, unfortunately, they lost to the Hanwell School and lost to the Bliss Carmen B team by 20 last weekend, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so they've had quite a few games since we last saw them. Glad to hear it. As we got started here in the third quarter, Lakers hold off the Eagles' initial attack, and now they look to put points on the board. Here comes McElwain over the line. Finds Vautour. Outside to Hudson Mason at the top of the circle. Across into the corner to Jake Riley. Nice work by Jake Riley to drive in, but doesn't like his shot. So passes out to Vautour. That's good for 2, a long 2. But nice work by Finn Vautour getting the scoring starting for the green and gold.
As a wise man once said, Finn Vautour hitting it all the way from the mountain road.
There you go.
Not as good as Michael Fletcher, but...
Hey, well, we're getting there. Michael Fletcher has his hands full on the bench right now as he's managing his boys. So Bliss Carmen has responded. They're up by 2 now, looking to pad this lead. Here's Jonah Scheiss. Long-range shot attempt, that's no good, but under the net, Nate Hallahan on the rebound, gets 2 with a chance for one more. As he draws the foul, we'll wait on the call, but it looks like Hudson Mason with his second foul of the evening. So here's Hallahan. Shot up, that's no good, and Nolan Smith has the rebound, gets it over to McElwain. Pivoting around and has some space to bring it up. Across over to Hudson, back outside to McElwain. McElwain outside the circle. Looks well across for Jake Riley. Over to Finn Vautour. Vautour for 3! Bounces off the rim and comes to the visitors. Here's Blake Bell streaking in. Bell has some speed. Driving in, shot is no good, but shoot has it for the Eagles. Pass outside to Scheiss. Scheiss with a long 2-point shot attempt. That's no good, and now it's Jake Riley securing the rebound for the defense. Here's Vautour. Sees Hudson Mason across the box. There's 2 more. Lakers 30, Eagles 32. Blake Bell gets around McElwain. Blake Bell, rather. Inside to Hallahan, but looks like we have a hold. I think that's going against Ryan McElwain.
Yeah, he got called. I'm not sure if you can really tell, but number 12 is a pretty big guy on the Bliss Carmen on the floor. So Ryan, think he was a little bit sneaky, but kind of pulled the kid across and tried to get the ball. But you can't really go from behind him and swing it in front of him.
Yeah, it's going to be a little obvious. And Hallahan makes some pay there as they score off the ensuing possession. Bliss Carmen up by 4 now. Here's Finn Vautour. Drives in. Shooting from just outside the box. That's no good. Falls short as the Eagles take over. Scheisse with speed. Outside to O'Connor. That's stopped up by the Lakers. Nolan Smith gets it to Ryan McElwain. McElwain now to Finn Vautour. Vautour shoots it up, bounces around. No white jerseys under the net there. Hallahan takes that with nothing much in the way. Lakers lucky to come away with it. McElwain looking for Hudson Mason. Pass out a bit too much mustard on it. Gets past the Lakers. As Owen Banks checks in for the visitors. They're going to take over. Up 4 points are the Bliss Carmen Eagles. Here's Jonas Scheisse. Scheisse looking for a long 2, I believe. Either way, no good. Here's Finn Vautour with speed coming the other way. Vautour, his shot off the backboard. Comes to Blake Bell. Bell outside Banks. Banks back to Bell. Bell circling around. Picks up by Hallahan, but Jake Riley's there to pick up the defender. Nice adaptation there for the Lakers on defense. Nice work. Finn Vautour pokes it out, but Bell still has it. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Tough break. As that shot's no good, but unfortunately the foul is going to reset the shot clock. McElwain, his second of the game and second of the quarter. So this might be some of that fatigue we were talking about.
Yeah.
He hasn't come off yet.
No, that fatigue gets to you, and instead of moving your feet as you would on defense, you kind of get lazy and think, all right, I'm just going to play with my hands and kind of disrupt the guy, but then that gets you into foul trouble like we see with Ryan having 2 in just a couple minutes of play.
Yep. Nice set play off the stack there for the Bliss Carmen Eagles. Can't do much with it, though, as Wyatt Smith is there on the takeaway. It's Ryan McElwain. Brings it up over the line. Finn Vautour setting a pick, so McElwain has a shot. That's no good, and Landon Lakin, the former Laker, getting hands up, but the pass is picked off by Jake Riley. Nice work by Riley. On the lean, Jack Gillespie has that rebound, gets it over to McElwain, guarded hard by Lacking. Gets it to Finn Vautour at the top of the box. That's good for 2. Nice work by Vautour. It's that depth scoring we were hoping for. Callum McMurrin bringing it up over the line, evades the defender, gets it out to Nicholson. Nicholson with a little fadeaway shot. That's no good, but Landon Lacking keeps it just in bounds. Pass rolls over, but Gavin McIntyre manages to keep it in for the Eagles. Here's Nicholson. Nicholson trying to get by Finn Vautour with him every step of the way. Nice defense by the Lakers. Rebound is still there, but Ryan McElwain on the rebound. Long pass over to Wyatt Smith. Smith gets caught, passes back to McElwain as they slow things down. Ooh, nice work. Landon Lacking streaking back, almost had a steal, but McElwain, good heads-up play to maintain possession. Handoff from Vautour back to McElwain. McElwain looking around, looks to drive in. Mid-range shot goes just over the net, and the Eagles recover. They're up by 2. Nice pass across by Chowdhury. Nicholson's shot is no good, and here's Finn Vautour. One man to beat. Mid-range shot just bounces out, and that's taken by Nicholson, who comes back his way with speed. Gets by his man cleanly, and that's 2 more on the board for Ryan Nicholson. So I believe we have a timeout called. Not sure which coach called out. Looks like that is coaches Fletcher and Davidson. All right, so what do you think of this second half so far, Joe?
the boys are looking tired. They're definitely looking tired. And I mean, they're playing their hardest while being fatigued. But I just think you can tell, like, before, during the first half, they were moving around. When they passed, they were cutting and filling. And now someone will pass the ball and just stay there. And that tends to slow your offense down quite a bit and can hurt teams. So hopefully they can dig through it, fight through the fatigue, and kind of clean it up. But I mean, it's still a close game, 36.
Yeah, still very much anyone's game tonight. And that's the thing, like, they're not getting these moments where they can kind of just cruise in easy to the offensive zone or slowly jog back on defense. Like, this is a fast-paced team that they're playing, and I think their opponent's using that to their advantage. They know they've got the numbers. So if they can outrun this team and outlast the Lakers, they have a good chance. But Lakers aren't giving up.
No, and I mean, they have great looks. It's just not falling. And that's a game of basketball. Sometimes you're just unlucky with that. Like Finn Vautour had a couple of great looks, just rolled out of the basket.
Yeah. Vautour's had a great second half. But you can see he's getting gassed. Hopefully he's got some left in the tank. Nice try by Lacking to intercept that pass, so that's no good. Good work by Nolan Smith. Giving up a lot in the size department there, but manages to hang on. Nice drive in by McElwain. There's two more on the board. Lakers pull to within two. Here come the Eagles on the response. Ryan Nicholson circling around. Doesn't like what he sees. Lakers getting hands in. It's no good. Chowdhury puts the ball up, and that's good for two. Matthew Chowdhury maintaining that 4-point advantage for the visitors. Here's Jack Gillespie. No friendly faces, so that pass picked off by McMurrin. Good defense by the Eagles, so they look to capitalize. Nicholson driving in. Finn Vautour stays with him, knocks the ball loose, but a green jersey is there. McMurrin faking, long 2-point shot attempt. That bounces out of the rim. Goes about just as far in as you can without falling in. Tough break for the Eagles, but the Lakers aren't complaining. Here's Finn Vautour on the reverse. Vautour driving in, that's good for two. Nice work from Finn Vautour. Nicholson now going for three. There's a clean 3-point shot. Well done by Ryan Nicholson, expanding his team's advantage. Here's McElwain, looks to respond. McElwain out to Vautour. Vautour, stutter steps, gets around his defender. Shot just a little outside, Lacking on the rebound. Here's McIntyre with speed for the Eagles. Shot's no good. McIntyre tries to keep it in, but gets it instead to a defender. McElwain will bring it over the line. McElwain looking for help. Guarded by McMurrin. McMurrin, dangerous player on defense. Smith comes in to set a pick, but McMurrin gets around. McElwain circling now. Back out to Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith for three. No good, but McElwain on the rebound is good for two. Lakers will take it as time expires. Nice work to beat the buzzer there, as still anyone's game. 38-41 after the third quarter.
Oh yeah, Ryan McElwain's not letting that fatigue show, chasing after that board there.
Their boys are leaving it all on the court, you can tell. And they're happy to get this breather. I wouldn't be surprised to see coaches Davidson and Fletcher use both their remaining timeouts here in the fourth quarter. They'll want to get their boys as much air and water as possible when those opportunities present themselves.
No, I can remember times when you'd have maybe a guy on the bench for a sub or two, and you'd be playing watch what you liked, but you would be very exhausted afterwards.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure these boys will all sleep well tonight.
They better.
And while we're waiting for the fourth quarter to begin, we'll thank all the folks who have made the game possible. Big thanks to our referees tonight, which include Ben Bradford of the senior boys team. Always nice to see our athletes giving back in various ways, whether it's up here in the skybox, down on the sidelines, or in the stripes. So big thanks to Ben Bradford and his referee partner for the night. Rachel Burgoyne, Violet McDonald, and Delaney McElwain are the minor officials. Big thanks to them, and thanks as well to the Bliss Carmen coach. We'll see if we've got his name. No, I don't think we have it, unfortunately. Not here in the booth. But big thanks to him for getting his boys ready. It's a lot of work coaching a team, as I'm sure you've learned this season, eh, Joe?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and I mean, he doesn't just coach the Bliss Carmen boys. He coached the, I'm going to be a little bitter talking about this, but he coached the FHS exhibition team that beat us in the Maritime Invitational.
So this is an opponent with whom you are well familiar.
Yeah, and I could probably tell Mike does not want to lose another game to this guy. So. No, good guy, good guy.
Yep, clearly prepares his teams well. Here's McElwain circling around. Strong defense from the Bliss Carmen Eagles, but McElwain gets it over the line with a long pass to Jake Riley. Back now to McElwain. Met by McMurrin. Riley coming in for a pick, gives McElwain some space. Three-point shot attempt bounces just out, but Riley's there on the rebound. Good work. Nice to have Jake Riley back. He's been the main rebound guy, and the Lakers missed him while he was getting a breather. Three-point shot attempt bounces just out and comes to the Eagles. Here's Nicholson over the line. Nicholson with a long two-point shot attempt. That must have gotten tipped or something.
That was tipped by Nolan Smith, I believe.
Nice work by Smith, giving up some height there on that matchup for sure, but getting in there. Nice to see some of these younger guys contributing too. Nolan Smith, Wyatt Smith, Hudson Mason, all grade 7 players. Jack Gillespie maybe in grade 7 as well. So that long shot hits the frame, so I think we got a dead ball. It's that real long shot from Jack Gillespie there.
Yeah, I don't know if the officials didn't see it. I just caught a glimpse, but Jack kind of got pulled on the arm while he was shooting, so it kind of threw him off. But
Bit of an inadvertent collision there. Hudson Mason hustling back on defense, mixes it up with McMurrin, but no fouls called. Bliss Carmen, third time's the charm. Alex Shute under the net, able to get that as the Eagles with a full court press here on defense. Jake Riley brings it over the line. In the ensuing confusion, Eagles come away with it off the rush. Here's McIntyre looking for two. That's out of bounds off of McElwain. So the Eagles take over under the net. Real fast-paced fourth quarter coming out.
I gotta say, I'm kind of rusty on the camera. It's been a while. Jeez.
Yeah, this camera has a shorter, it's not quite as wide a field. So you do have to move it a decent amount, more than our other camera. Here's Ryan McElwain, passes across to Jake Riley in the corner. Riley looks to get around his man, Nate Hallahan on defense all the way. Stuck, but gets it out to Nolan Smith. Back to Riley now. Riley circling around. Driving into the box now, met with lots of green jerseys. Gets it out to Finn Vautour. Vautour's good for three. That's another three-point shot from Finn Vautour. Pulls the Lakers to within one score. McMurrin is looking to pad that lead. Get the Eagles a bit of breathing room. Shot must have been tipped because that didn't get anywhere near the net. McElwain comes away with it over to Finn Vautour. Here's Vautour. Got a couple defenders on him. Looking around. Finds Nolan Smith. Smith driving in. Has McIntyre on him. And McMurrin now is back up. It's like almost a jump ball. Inadvertent kick there, I think. I think McElwain might have taken a foot to the nether regions. He's getting up okay, though, as I think he's going to grab a quick breather. 41-43, just over 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. As Lakers set up on defense. Here's McMurrin. Finn Vautour stays with him. Jake Riley can't stop him. Nice work by McMurrin. Hasn't been too active on the score sheet, but has been very active on defense tonight. Jake Riley gets that pass just in time, but McMurrin's there to break it up. We got a jump ball. About half the players go down for that one. Here's Gavin McIntyre to put in. Referee Bradford passes that off. Wyatt Smith on the defense, but over and back. Ooh, tough break right on the line. Ryan Nicholson. Lakers happy to get that one, though, as they will get possession in this very tight game. Lakers down by 4. Nolan Smith's going to put the ball in, try to get it past Gavin McIntyre, and he does to classmate Hudson Mason. Looks across the way to Jake Riley. Riley guarded again by Hallahan. Hallahan been very strong on D. Riley stuck, but gets it away to Hudson Mason, rather. Mason's shot bounces out, and here come the Eagles. It's McMurrin looking in for McIntyre. McIntyre with the no-look pass back. He was coming in with just a bit too much speed. And a bit of a melee there, but it's Finn Vautour who comes away with it. McMurrin very tough on D with the takeaway, and I believe he draws a foul. Yes, and it will be Finn Vautour, as I think that's the first of the fourth quarter. It's 4th on the scoreboard, but I don't think that got reset there. So we got another foul.
That's another one on Finn Vautour.
Ooh, tough break. His first 2, but not coming at an awesome time. As Alex Shute, first shot attempt bounces out. There we go, yeah, 3rd of the quarter. So Lakers not putting the Eagles in bonus just yet. Second shot for Shute is up, bounces out, comes to Finn Vautour. He's going to drive past the defenders. And not sure what, is that out of bounds or a push? That's a push on one of the Eagles players.
It's too quick, you can't even know the call right away.
Yeah. Nice speed by Vautour, and it is indeed, looks like Alex Shute guilty of the infraction for the green, gold, and white. Guess some similar coloring here. As we reset the 30-second shot clock, 26 seconds. Jake Riley's going to put it in. So Lakers have a bit of time to work here. Nolan Smith back to Jake Riley in the corner. Riley trying to get away around Hallahan. Nolan Smith can't get by his defender, but Jake Riley is there outside to Hudson Mason. Finn Vautour from the three-point line. That's tipped and comes to Gavin McIntyre. Nice work by Hudson Mason. Getting hands in there, causing that jump ball. As we have a substitution for the Lakers. Jack Gillespie and Ryan McElwain going to check back in. As Hudson Mason and Nolan Smith grab a breather. 4:01 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Lakers down by 4. It's been a tight game all game long. I think the biggest lead was the Lakers at the end of the first quarter, up by 6. Since then, been very back and forth. I guess not back and forth. Been very close, but Bliss Carmen kind of maintaining a 1 to 4 point lead. Here's Finn Vautour, got some energy now. The last minutes, Gillespie from off the bench. Gillespie's going to look to drive in, but he's stuffed by McMurrin. McMurrin with the steal. That's good for 2 from Ryan Nicholson. Tough break for the Lakers as they're defended now. Double team, triple team by McElwain, but he gets it over to Riley. Nolan Smith waiting to make that shot. Goes out of bounds, but there may be a foul. Not sure if there was. I guess that push was on the ball. Oh, nice work by Bliss Carmen breaking up the pass in. Here's McIntyre, but he loses it. Shoots almost there. McElwain is the one who comes away with it, though. McElwain with the spin in the offensive zone now. Looks across to Jake Riley. Riley looking around. Back to McElwain. McElwain for a long three-point shot attempt. That falls just wide. Got by Hallahan. McMurrin's going to bring it up. Finds Nicholson. Vautour, the lone man back. Nicholson's shot's no good. Got a jump ball there. Jack Gillespie getting hands in. So 41-47, a little under 3 minutes. He's got a timeout called. So I believe that was Lakers again called that timeout, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
There we are. All right, 6 points. 3 minutes to get them. What do the Lakers got to do here, Joe?
Move the ball more, I think. I mean, the boys, they're tired. They're not moving as much as probably what they did in the first couple of minutes of play and stuff. But, I mean, it's hard to remember, even at higher levels like juvenile, JV, or senior, is once that ball leaves your hand, you gotta move.
Yep.
Because if it creates more space for your teammates, and the defense might not even notice you moving, and that can help. And I mean, it's happened a couple of times. Like, I believe it's Wyatt Smith has moved even before passing the ball and was standing underneath the basket. Unfortunately, got blocked, but I mean, it's great placement and great practice to.
And that's the positioning you want, right?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, no admiring your passes. I know it's tough at the end of a long game where you're very few subs. Everyone's been spending a lot of minutes on the court. So this is where that conditioning kicks in. Jake Riley finds McElwain, but that's knocked out of bounds. McIntyre on the speedy defense, and Bliss Carmen, 4 players in the offensive zone. Jack Gillespie is there to bring it over. Oh, and almost picked away, but Finn Vautour comes away with it. Nice spin move by Vautour. Great work. He's had a great second half. 43-47 is your score. McElwain trying to get hands in, break up Blake Bell's ball handling. McElwain guilty of a foul there.
I believe that's his third of the game.
Yep.
Now,
And
you called me the expert before, but I haven't seen as many middle school games as I once used to. Is it 5 fouls or 4 fouls in a middle school game to foul out?
that's a good question. I believe it's still 5, but I'm not 100% sure. That could have big implications, though, with McElwain. They definitely want to keep him out there. Finn Vautour's shot off the side of the backboard. Nice steal. Nolan Smith and Ryan McElwain getting in there. McMurrin, though, good hustle back. Steals it right back. Jake Riley trying to get in there. Lakers on a full court press of their own, and that's another foul. I guess we'll find out. That's the 4th one on McElwain, but
I guess it's still 5.
I guess it must be 5. Yep.
Yeah, you kind of want to avoid those frustration fouls because they can either make or break you in the game.
Yeah. Here's McMurrin, passes outside to Scheisse. Scheisse with a long shot attempt. That bounces out, but the Eagles still have it. McMurrin circles around. Big pass over the defender, but Finn Vautour has that. Bumps it to himself, and there's 2 more. Nice work by Vautour, getting his boys back into this. He's been the star for the Lakers this second half for sure. Here's Scheisse circling around, back out to McMurrin. McMurrin calling for some movement, passes out to Blake Bell. Bell trying to get by Vautour. Nothing going there as, tough break. Jack Gillespie stands him up as he goes down on the shot. And that will put the Eagles into bonus.
Like I said before, those frustration fouls, you gotta, I mean, I don't think Jack meant to intentionally hurt him, or that's not usually his nature, but those frustration fouls, they could, like I said, either make or break you in the game, but it can also break others if you're too rough on them. So.
Yeah, you got to be careful there. We hope Blake Bell's doing okay there. He did. Anytime you hit your head on that gym floor, never a good feeling. So.
No.
Now I'm looking down there now. Is that a tape line at the, like, just inside the foul line. Is that a middle school foul line there? See that white line kind of just inside the box?
That's for mini basketball.
Ah, okay.
For those that don't know, middle school basketball, I think they upgraded the ages where it's grade 6, 7, and 8. And a mini is now, I think it's grade 4 and 5.
Right, that would make sense.
And then, or maybe grade 3, I'm not sure. When, sound like I grew up with you, what I'm about to say, when I was younger, it was always middle school was 7, 8, and mini was 4, 5, 6.
But the grade 6s have joined that middle school age now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, back in my day.
Well, at least you have the real nets. Back in my day, it was the old peach baskets. So.
Yeah, I guess the sport was just invented by then.
Oh, yeah. I had just retired when... Oh, it's like ball off the Lakers player.
Ooh.
So Eagles maintain possession. No points off that foul shot, but they get a chance to put a couple more in. Nice steal by McElwain jumping the pass route. He's looking to bring the ball up. Gets by the first defender, but still has McMurrin. Calls for a man in, finds Nolan Smith. Smith with a spin move, back outside to McElwain. McElwain's going to drive in. That just doesn't go in, and Hallahan has the ball. Almost gets away with it. Has a lot of white jerseys to get by, but that's no good. Here's Bell, guarded by Nolan Smith. Lakers got to be careful as they have sent their opponents into bonus. Any foul will result in the shot. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's McMurrin well outside the circle. Looking around, looks to get by. Jake Riley there on the defense. No shot for McMurrin. Has to pass out to Blake Bell. Bell with a three-point shot attempt. That's no good, but it does hit the rim. It'll reset the shot clock. Here's McMurrin. McMurrin looking around. Big shot by Nicholson. That's no good. Hallahan on the rebound, though. Hallahan, and we have a foul. 3 seconds left. And I think that's one of those strategic fouls.
Yeah, but usually you want to do it earlier with more time on the clock because boys had, I think, 15 seconds and it's now 3 seconds off.
3.7, so we can round up to 4, but yeah, this is tough. The Eagles essentially just able to play keep away with a 2-point lead.
Yeah,
and now, yeah.
So technically, if they fouled earlier and one of the Lakers hit a 3, they're only down by 1 with a couple more seconds left. Now they have to hope that Bliss Carmen's shooter at the free throw line hopefully just makes 1. And I think they have to timeout, so they can drop a quick play, but that's only if he can.
And the Lakers need that rebound, which Jake Riley's been hard working down in the paint to get those, but there are a lot of players on Bliss Carmen. Although the one thing I'm noticing that may be encouraging, one of their strongest rebounders, Nate Hallahan, is the one shooting, so he won't be able to get it at least. First shot is good. So this will make things much more difficult for the Lakers. They need 3 to tie. Here's Hallahan looking to put the nail in the coffin. Shots up and it's good, so 4-point lead. That will more or less do it. Nate Hallahan coming in clutch for the Bliss Carmen Eagles. As another timeout, I guess Lakers just drawing up a full Hail Mary here.
I guess Ryan McElwain fouled out. Yeah, that's his 5th. He's
5th foul. Oh, he must have been the one who committed that foul.
Ooh.
Tough break. Yeah, I wonder if he did it with the full knowledge that someone's got to do a foul here. No one else may have realized it. I know at the middle school level especially, this might be the boys' first situation where they're wanting to get a foul. Yeah.
Well, that kind of hurts, though, I guess. The last time these teams met up, Ryan McElwain actually hit the 3 to win the game.
Did he?
Yeah, they were tied, and then I guess he hit the 3 in the corner, but let's see if one of his teammates can make something happen. Need a 4-point play.
Yeah. All right. Either way, though, Lakers with a very short bench tonight, missing some key contributors. Ethan Moorcraft, Michael Robichaud, Griffin Hanna. It wouldn't surprise me to learn that all three of those boys are starters. This is not the Lakers at full strength, so big kudos to them hanging in with this tough Bliss Carmen team. Pass just out of reach for Finn Voturi. Almost keeps it in, but with that out of bounds, that's going to be game. We'll play out the last couple seconds, but this game is not in question. As that's it, congratulations to the visiting Bliss Carmen Eagles. Big props to the middle school Tier 1 boys for giving these Eagles all they could handle. That was a great game, good back and forth matchup. Tough loss for the boys, but they know they played a good one there as they line up to shake hands. 45-49 is your final score. We should thank all the folks who made the game possible. Our minor officials for the evening were Rachel Burgoyne, Violet McDonald, and Delaney McElwain. Big thanks to officials, which include Ben Bradford of the senior boys, coaches from both squads, and big props to Mike Fletcher and Ethan Davidson on the Harvey side. Thank you to Charlie Gregory running our scoreboard. Nice that we could keep you appraised of the time and score. Big thanks to you, Joe, for jumping in on camera there. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Sorry we were late again. Jeez.
Oh, no worries, no worries. We're happy you could make it. So, and stay tuned because the Tier 2 boys are coming up in about 20-25 minutes. They take on McAdam in a big rivalry matchup. We look forward to bringing you that. Good luck, Joe, as you head down to the sideline for your squad.
Thank you.
No problem. We'll see you in a bit. Take care. Okay, pretty good.
No,